Bonjour, Bogdan is here, and today's topic is volatility in casino games and slot machines. So this topic is very hot. Recently, it's made itself into the top of the agenda, and we cannot obviously ignore it. So I give 5 questions that I think are central to this topic. These are why we even talk about it. What is the simple explanation of volatility? What is the problem about volatility in slot machines? How this volatility is used as a trick in advertisement? And how can you tell that a game is volatile? So first, why we even talk about it? So I give a simple a reason because game providers has been trying category designing themselves as a providers of this game. So they want to make themselves visible, they want to make themselves stand out of the other, and it is done through 3 main magistral activities. First is marketing and branding on the part of game providers. So such names as No Limit City, Big Time Gaming, and also other providers as Pragmatic Play has been building its branding upon the high volatile games. They are known for these high volatile games, and it is done by reason. First, second is that they also, these providers are doing active promos in casinos, and this is how exactly highly volatile games has been making its way to the top of the players' attention. This is just because they are on the top of the homepage. So these promos are making these games visible and making these games really dangerous. And finally, these providers has been employing streamers, influencers. This is another venue of affiliate marketing in order to bring the particularities of this game to the attention. I'm talking about high yield and high return to as compared to the size of your bet. So it is a hot topic, but how do you understand the volatility for you as a player or as a professional in practical terms, in simple terms? So take a ordinary French deck of cards and set aside the faces or the court cards. You'll have only the numbers from 2 to 10. Now, let's assume the cards have the face value and their returns that they pay what they say. So 10 is 10, 2 is 2. As a result, we have a mean expectation of 4.5. So we expect every card every card in the deck between 4 and 5, and there will be normal distribution of returns as we draw card by one by one, because these are 4 suits and 4 cards in each suit. We all know it's predictable, it's clear. We have a mean expectation of 4.5 of the next cards in the draw, and let's presume we add a joker to this stack. So let's say joker has a face value of 100 times of the highest card. This is 10, so it will pay 100 times more than 10. So it means that the addition of one particular card of a joker will bring 22 times greater value as compared to the average, to the mean expectation. So we have 100 multiplier against 4.5. So this simple trick of adding a joker that has a great 100 times more payout than the highest card in the deck, this simple trick makes the whole procedure of drawing the cards a highly volatile game. So in the sense that in 36 cases, so it is 4 suits by 9 cards. So in 36 cases, we expect the mean outcome of to be a 4.5. But in one case, we expect this outcome to be 100. So, practical terms, the volatility is a distance between the deck of cards and this one particular joker card. So this deck of cards will have 4.5, and the other cards results will be revolving about this center, which is 4.5. And then the outskirt of this graph, on the outskirt there will be a joker with an outcome of 100. So the distance is 22, and the distance is 5 times larger than the whole radius of this distribution of the general deck, of this original deck. So these cases, when there's a body of cards, a stack of cards, and one card lays on the outskirt and lays really far from the from the circle of the deck cards, on the returns of the deck, is a volatility. The far the distances, the greater the volatility. This is a simple explanation which is not really hard to grasp. But what is the problem of it? So we must say that volatility is a theoretical value. Therefore, it is a really highly manipulative. So to understand it, to present it is a trick, And further on, there's no practical guidelines on how to advertise such volatile games. It means that, nobody will tell you how you must express this information. You may just say the game may pay out up to 10,000 or 100,000 times your bet, and it's just luring. But no one will tell you how exactly it works. All right. Another problem is that, except for the lack of clear guidance on advertisement, another problem is that these games are like, parasites, like ragweed. So they tend to, when someone starts producing them, they tend to remove other games from the landscape, from the system. And in fact, they are really killing the industry from within, because they are long-win games. So you can draw these cards until you get the joker in the end. And the deck is really big, It's not just 36 cards like an example. So it's a long-win and dull game. So the players will not really be interested in playing such games. In fact, so these games are putting results, the winnings over the process, which is in the contradiction of the nature of the gambling or the experience of true gambling, because it has to be both, revigorating the process of entertaining, the process of playing, and the returns. It has to be in balance. All right, so these are, the problems about manipulation, about how to advertise, and the problem that it really destroys the industry. Okay, the first question is how volatility is used as a trick in advertising. So, they say this game has a highest yield of, say, 100,000 times your bet, but they don't say it's preconditioned on a highly rare sequence of events that come together in very rare occasions. So it's a clear manipulation. The second thing is that the promise of return, or theoretical return, is advertised in big letters, but the chance of hitting, this event of theoretical return is put in small letters, if at all. And finally, the long paying cycle of these slot machines, makes them a perfect tool for filling in the casino liquidity. And for turning a casino into a sort of a bank. So it's a kind of complicated idea. But the thing is that, this game would pay out really, longer and on rare occasions. So the money can be stored by casino and to fill in their liquidity without, paying right away, like in general slot machines, when you lose, win, and this is normal distribution. All right, finally, fifth idea is how to tell the volatility in the game without playing it. In the simple terms, you can just see the number of features. The more number of features, the more complicated the game is likely to be highly volatile. Finally, also, if there are lots of special symbols, pain symbols, they are also is a sign of greater volatility. And the biggest predictor is multi-scenario, multi-level bonus games, or several kinds of bonus games. So this is basically all about high volatility or just the volatility in slot machines, how to understand, how to explain it. If you have questions here, please leave a comments or drop me an email on my website. I'm really glad to respond. Thank you for watching. Bye.